it really started at a boarding school at the age of 13.
Oh my God.
When I discovered the power of makeup. I mean, instead of everyone would have sort of their tuck boxes filled with sweets, and mine was filled with makeup because one of my mother's great friends was a beauty editor. And so I went back with a tuck box full of makeup, and then I started to kind of makeovers on everyone. I was like, get rid of that plait, kind of smoky eye, whatever. And my father, also, I know, there's poor women. Anyway, girls. And I was just sort of like obsessed with, from a very early age, actually, I was obsessed with, I have my whole bedroom was filled with black and white posters of Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn and, just all the kind of great beauties. I would just study like eyelashes and sort of how they formed, eyelash formation for hours, and cheekbones and lips and sort of, and light. My father being a painter, my father's an artist, and, really he would always be mixing color and talking to my parents who were kind of obsessed with style and color and form and shape. And so I think it was sort of like really, it was through every vein and cell of my body that kind of, that encompassed. And then I was brought up around a lot of, rock stars, and film stars and, fashion people. And so obviously that had a bit of an influence on my life. And so really it kind of, it was in my blood. And then I got to boarding school with my kind of makeup, of sort of my tuck box of makeup, and then started kind of, sort of performing all of my kind of makeup magic on these kind of young, gorgeous girls. And really it started from there. And I had that moment actually where I kind of, as a redhead, have very fair eyelashes. Mm-hmm. And I sort of started wearing mascara at boarding school and went back to Ibiza and had this kind of real aha moment of everyone going, oh my God, you look really different. I mean, if you like matured, you look really gorgeous, and people felt quite vocal about kind of saying to me kind of, you've kind of grown up, or you kind of feel, you weren't as attractive before. You were like, you look really gorgeous now. And I'm thinking, wow, that's amazing.
Just a little mascara
can do.
So
a tube of mascara.
How is that? Like, how is it that makeup has this transformative power? Because it's not just about the color, it really taps into like how it makes you feel. So like, what is it about makeup that does that?
Well, that's why I fell in love with makeup so much, because not only, what I love about it is it's a feeling. I've just actually launched a foundation called Airbrush Flawless Foundation.
Oh, I love it. I use it.
It's so great.
I love it.
And Joan Collins is starring in it. And she's like 80. I mean, she'd kill me for saying her age, but 86 or something. I know she's probably like 80, whatever. We'll pretend she's like, whatever. But, and the thing is, it's all about a feeling, right? Makeup is a feeling. It's all about, how you feel. What I love about it is you're painting on a bit of magic, a bit of happiness, a bit of empowerment. And we're all beautiful, right? Like that's, I feel that everyone is gorgeous. All makeup does is enhance your beauty. And I think my signature look, and one of the reasons that the supermodels and celebrities kind of, I became very well known for what I do backstage, is because people would always say, you make me look like the most beautiful version of me.
Totally.
Of myself.
Yes.
And, that was my whole premise of creating this brand, this amazing company that I've created, is that, it was really about the white space that I saw in the market. Was I don't want makeup to wear people. I want people to wear it and feel like it's them. I don't want people to look at someone and say, oh God, your makeup looks amazing. I want someone to look at someone and just go, you just look gorgeous. Your eyes just look mesmerized.
Totally.
Your skin looks flawless. It's like whatever. And so what I love about makeup is that it's about that empowerment, that feeling. And that's what I did for working with all the celebrities and the supermodels for so long. They don't come from a different planet. They're like the rest of us. And, when they would kind of get off a flight or they were exhausted or whatever it was, you put the makeup on, they look in the mirror, sometimes they're so often they would go, oh, there she is. And so like kind of, and sort of,
really nice. You found your power.
You found your power and you kind of eyes sparkle. And I've seen people, there one day, I mean, there have been studies at Harvard and Stanford about this.
Yeah.
But we are very visual people. People are visual, and we judge ourselves every day that we look in the mirror, go, oh, I'm tired, I look tired, whatever. And if you can paint on a bit of makeup magic with like, I have my kind of magical way stick, and it's sort of, which is, I just won an award for, which I'm super happy about. But, it's like, and people call it like the Spanx for the under eye. I love
that. I wear that one too. I use all your stuff.
Thank you. I love you, Johnny. But I tell you that I was so like obsessed, like 25 years creating that product. Like I just couldn't get it right. And then finally we got it right. We have this amazing tree silk bark extract, which makes it feel like the Spanx, which smooths over the skin and all the rest of it. Anyway, I could go on all day telling you about it. But
we need Spanx. Spanx for our eyes.
Like Spanx for everyone.
The whole world is tired.
It's true.
We're all exhausted. The invention of the iPhone made us all exhausted.
Yes.
And the computer.
It's so true.
Thank you, Steve Jobs.
Let's say that you wound up on an island. Let's say you weren't from Formentera and you didn't know every single person on the island, which I'm sure you do. But let's say that you just wound up on an island like that and you only had 3 products that you could use to look amazing all the time. What would they be?
Darling, that's like asking me to choose children. I mean, like, I don't know how I do that, but like, oh my God, what are you doing to me?
Desert Island products. What are they? Like, what is...
Okay, Desert Island products. I'm like, oh my God, that meant to be a suitcase. But anyway, okay. So I can't do, I mean, I always say, my father being a painter, I can't create a beautiful painting without having a beautiful canvas. So skincare is super important to me. And in fact, if I go back to the beginning of the brand, it all started with a pot of magic cream, but I digress. I'll talk about that in a minute. But
we've got a giant tub of magic cream right between us, between Beth and I.
And so I'm going to put it on while you're talking.
It's really luxurious. All right, go on. Magic cream.
I mean, the Magic 8, okay? I mean, it's got violent peptide, hyaluronic acid, camellia oil, rose oil, vitamins A, C, D. Anyway, I could just go on and wax lyrical about magic cream. And actually, it's so hilarious, magic cream, because there's like so many men and women, because men use it like crazy. Yeah. Because it's one of those kind of real comfort blankets. It's got aloe vera in it. It's a cream that suits everyone. Oily, dry, exhausted skin, rosacea, whatever. It's like people just put it on and they just feel so comforted by it. And it's so funny in Hollywood. They like so many. They're like, oh my God, my husband has like put his big paw in my cream, and they have it's hilarious. But it's amazing magic cream. And so for me, if I was on a desert island, I mean, magic cream would be saving my life because it saves my life every single day. Yep. It makes you I originally created it because backstage, all the models would be so exhausted and celebrities would be so exhausted. So I went to the labs and I was like, I need something that's going to turn around their skin like instantly. No. I don't have 28 days. I have 28 seconds. So can we please? And so this is how we started with the magic cream. And so and I didn't call it magic cream. It was known as my secret cream. And then the celebrities and the supermodels started going, get the magic cream. It's like magic. Oh my God, your skin looks like magic. It's amazing. It's like you get this instant radiance and like hydration and it's unbelievable. And so that's how it got called magic cream. So I'd have magic cream. Then I would have, darling, I would have my Airbrush Flawless foundation because for me, as I'm getting, obviously I'm like permanently kind of 22, but
me too.
As I'm getting a little bit older, I need a little bit, it's got the most incredible, like the most weightless full coverage foundation. Yep. But I'm obsessed, as you know, with skincare. So I put this thing called Replexium, which is amazing. It reduces your lines. We've got like 2% Replexium in it, but it reduces your lines by 26% over 8 weeks. We have these clinical trials come back. So it's amazing. And also when you're wearing it, it kind of fills in like any lines or smooths over any pores. And in fact, actually, we're just talking about Salma Hayek because it's so hilarious because we were using it when I first had it like in somewhere. It wasn't Cannes, but somewhere when I first had like a sample of it. It wasn't even out. And she was like, darling, give me the airbrush. I'm not going anywhere. It was so funny when we had this moment. I was like, no, darling, I can't give it to you because I need it because I can't because I only have like a few sample pots. And anyway, because it's so amazing on HGTV because it's just like, you know how HGTV is that
oh my God, it's not our friend. It is not our friend.
Like hideous, darling. Yeah. Hideous. Anyway, so it's like, sort of like your pores become magnified. And anyway, this just smooths out your skin and you just look sort of like completely airbrushed.
And there's an incredible shade range. You have an incredible shade range with Flawless. It's amazing.
Darling, that was a trip. So as well as having my 27-year career in, working with all women, from each kind of, all skin tones, all ages, I still created like an 800 people study of skin tones and undertones and overtones. And I could sit here all day talking to you about, the kind of 44 shades that I ended up creating.